Thank you for tuning in to our morning bulletin. This is FemK TV.
The youth of a nation are the trustees of posterity. This is the Angaza edition. In our highlights today,
we have the Angaza Class and FemK TV professional talk.
Stay tuned.
Welcome to Fem Family Church Kutus, and this is our weekly program. Every Sunday from 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. we have our leadership service. From 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. we have our new believers class. On the same day from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. we have our main service. Every Tuesday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. we have our Covenant Day of Excellence. From 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. on the same day, we have a bonfire fellowship. Every Wednesday, from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m., we have our Bible study, whereby we are continuing on overcoming rejection. Every Saturday, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., we have the prayer watch. God bless you all.
The Angaza Class falls under the Ministry of Youth, headed by Minister David Njogu. This is a class which is informative, it is energetic, and it is fun. This is where the youth are nurtured and mentored according to the Word of God. Njoki Morioki has more.
The voice of my heart, before it's too late, I vanish to the crowd with my words. So this word is spoken, and spoken is the word, because the Lord made the word with words and gave his people words so that they can change the word with words so tricky that you can't understand. At first ilikuwa tricky kama si ameachwa mtaani, CBD akachochoa tirumi kwa kona karibu na Huruma. You see, mimi ni Angaza natangaza, na mimi si shangazi, for my God is good, my God is great.
A class full of energy and hunger for God and thirst for the word. Dancing, spoken word, singing, among others, are the talents within the Angaza Class. But what is the Angaza Class?
The Angaza Class is one of the classes that we have in the young church, starting from 18 years up to the time one marries.
And this is what happens in the Angaza Class.
We sit around, discuss issues affecting the young guys, and even getting the views in accordance to the word of God.
As a younger person, you are guaranteed of two things: growth if you are ready to learn, and right mentorship.
I've been in Angaza for about 2 years now, and from the Angaza team I've really been mentored. I thank God for our teacher, Minister David Njogu. He has been a great contributing factor in our learning, especially in mentoring my life.
The main methods of learning in the Angaza Class involve study topics and books. And the best thing with this class is that you learn on the topics that affect you and which you can relate with as a youth.
We've learned on different topics like sexuality, types of friends, and characters. This is on how you should deal with others. Last year we concluded on the book called Undercover by John Bevan, which consists of the types of authorities. And last week we concluded on a topic called boundaries in a godly relationships.
This is where the Angaza Class meets, right next to the Eagles Landing.
This time I want to welcome all the young men, the young ladies to this class. It's a class that you shall never ever regret, because you are trained to become a gentleman, a man who fears God, and a man who walks in accordance to the statutes of the kingdom of God.
Reporting for FemK TV, I am Lydia Njoki.
So Patrick, do you by any chance dance, sing, or write spoken word? What exactly do you do in the Angaza Class?
Yeah, I'm a dancer actually.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I do dance. Unfortunately, I only dance in my house. But yeah, here I do spoken word and a few other things.
That is great.
In other news, today we introduce a new segment, the FemK TV Professional Talk. In this segment, we shall get insight from our church members who are professionals in various and diverse fields. Our very own Professor Muramba Kania takes us to the program.
This is FemK TV Professional Talk, brought to you by Muramba Kania Wanyoni. We seek to capitalize on our professional diversity to educate, teach, and inspire our viewers to succeed in their careers, education, business, and other aspects of their lives. Today, we are joined by CEO Pick Millers, Mr. David Njogu. To begin with, we are talking about entrepreneurship. In your own terms, what does it mean to you?
The word entrepreneurship, in simple terms, is about raising a business empire.
Now, you have been in business for quite some time now. What is the most important thing in entrepreneurship? What does it take to be an entrepreneur?
One, for you to be a successful entrepreneur, you must have perseverance. You do not build an empire within a day. You must have a way of time planning. Planning your time is key because you need to ensure that as the business continues to grow, you can manage your time well. Most of the entrepreneurs, they lack discipline. In business, discipline is key. What are the code of ethics that you have decided to start with and to flow with?
Now, many young people want to start businesses, but now they are faced with the problem of knowing what kind of business to venture in. What can you say about maybe how to determine what kind of business to start?
I want to believe you are talking about the ideas.
Yes, of course.
For a business. One, for you to get to know the kind of a business idea or maybe the business that you need to start with, one, you need to think about the talents that you have, their hobbies. You can also do market surveys. Another important area that maybe you need to think about is that what is really needed in the market.
Okay, it is obvious from your daily life that you are a very busy person.
Sure.
How do you take to balance? How do you manage to balance between business, family, and the work in the kingdom of God?
I've always trained myself that God comes first. Then after God, it's your family. After your family, it's business.
Now, to conclude our program, there are so many young men out there who have graduated from school and they're thinking about the next step in life. What advice can you give to them?
I tell them to use this term, save a coin to raise a million. I know that maybe the question that most of them have is that how am I going to gather this capital so that I may start a business? Unfortunately, that most of the graduates, when they are leaving the institutions, their mind is full of employment. But I can tell you that it is going to be in employment, but before that employment comes, what idea can you put in place so that you may start earning something from that business idea that you have gotten in? Actually, employment should be one of the ways to raise your capital to be your own employer.
Thank you very much, Minister Njogu, for that insightful advice. See you next time in another lesson program.
Thank you for keeping it FemK TV. Remember to like us on our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I've been your host, Mbao Patrick.
Welcome to the 5th month of the year, May. May the Lord give you grace for grace. I've been your host, Zola Madada.